Happy Sunday, y'all. Here's what I'm eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner this week. For breakfast, I'm having my cheesy bacon egg wraps. And of course, I like to start off with adding my bacon in the air fryer. And these are the Egg Life egg white wraps. And I got them from Sprouts, but I think you can get them from just about any grocery store. And then I went ahead and scrambled some egg whites over the stove. I didn't have any regular eggs, so that's why I had to use egg whites. And once the bacon was done, it was time to assemble our wraps. So if you're looking for something super low carb and easy to make, I would definitely suggest making these. The only thing that I didn't like about the Egg Life egg wraps were the fact that they were really small. And so the next step is to add you some cheese. Y'all, I like to use vegan cheese because regular cheese is just not good for my stomach. And I put it in the oven long enough for it to melt, and I wrapped them up in some parchment paper. And for lunch, we're having some spaghetti and meatballs. I did have some frozen meatballs that I made a few weeks ago, so I went ahead and used that just because I had it on hand. And then while that was in the oven, I decided to go ahead and slice and dice some green bell pepper and onion. So this spaghetti recipe is definitely different than the one that I usually use, and I kind of regret using this recipe because it just wasn't hitting the way my spaghetti usually hits. But I'll show y'all what I mean in a second. This is what I use for my sauce mixture, and then I went ahead and sauteed my vegetables, and then I decided to concoct my special sauce. So the sauce that I used, it wasn't bad at all. It just wasn't my favorite. So I think that's the first reason why I don't love this recipe. And then the second reason why I didn't love this recipe is because I did use the Egg Life fettuccine pasta noodles. And usually when I make my low carb spaghetti, I like to use heart of palm angel hair pasta noodles, but Aldi didn't have any, so I had to use the Egg Life pasta noodles. And I love the Egg Life noodles, but I just don't like it with spaghetti sauce. Like it just didn't go well for me. So for next time, I will definitely use my heart of palm sauce because it just tasted better. But this is what it looked like. And for dinner, we're making some lemon herb chicken bowls. I wanted to do things differently today, so I decided to marinate my chicken. I used olive oil, a whole lemon, and then I seasoned it with just my favorite seasonings, and then I whisked it, and then I let it sit in the refrigerator for a few hours. So if you use this recipe, you can definitely throw your chicken in the air fryer or put it in the oven. But I just have a preference of cooking my chicken over the stove because, y'all, look at the color. You just can't get this from the oven. And then I threw the chicken on a sheet pan and put it in the oven for just a few minutes to make sure that it was 100% done. And then I went in with 2 bags of my riced cauliflower because y'all know I like to keep the carbs at a minimum, and it scraped up all of that really good seasoning from the chicken. Then I decided to cube up my chicken, and as always, I like to use my meal prep containers. If you want to use them, it's always linked in my Amazon storefront, which is linked in my bio. And I don't know if you've ever had cilantro lime sauce, but if you have, or if you haven't, please use this on top of your chicken and rice.